Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, I thought we'd take a look at this Forest Moon Endor Star Wars-y type of display that I made for just a few dollars. Again, I think all in all, this cost me about $6 to create. So I've been doing some remodeling and retrimming of my exterior on my house, and I've been using some of the scrap. Here is a piece of like ASIC 1/4-inch plyboard, and this is the backer. As you can plainly see, this is the same dimension as the backer. And then here's another piece of ASIC trim board. This is the 1x6, and I just used it and I made the base. And you just simply screw the base to the backer, or you can use magnets or however you want. In this case, I used two stainless steel screws to the back. So what you do is you paper each surface. This backer piece was about a 50-cent piece of this cool forest backer from Michael's. And then this is just a flat back piece. But what I did was I sprayed it with some Tamiya flat. And what it did was it kind of raised or weathered some of the consistency of the black and sort of made it a little bit weathered. And I like the effect. So it was all entirely very flat black. But because this was a forest moon, I thought maybe a little bit of weathering here and there might look good. So you can kind of see there's almost a stippling to it, but I kind of like that. So that's all with a flat coat of Tamiya spray. But here are some Ewoks with it. And obviously it would work very well for the Ewoks, but in some crazy Disney crossover thing, let's put an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure there. So you can see that it works very well with the 3 3/4-inch figures. It scales nicely, but believe it or not, there's other scales. This seems to work pretty well with other scales as well. So I'm gonna just take those off and let's put some 6-inch Ewoks on it. So there's Wicket, and we'll put Tebow on. And I think this could also very nicely work with the 6-inch Ewoks. So the trees are just sort of far enough back where they work at almost any scale. So there's that. But here's a 6-inch larger size figure. And one of the best figures, I think it was from last year, was the Endor Rebel Trooper. So, you know, I think it works pretty well as sort of just a generic thing. You could really get a lot of mileage out of something like this with different figures. But not only that, it works well with the kind of weird scaled figures too. So here's a Disney Infinity figure, and it's the Wolverine. And I don't have too many of these figures, but I like Wolverine. But he's from Northern Canada, and that kind of works with his whole history and that type of a thing. So, you know, 4-inch figures, 6-inch figures. This is kind of a 5.5-inch type figure, but you know, I think it works pretty well overall for a number of different things. So you could even add some effects to it. So let's say the Empire is caught up with everybody and the Ewoks are under fire. Put an Ewok in the middle there so you can see. But, you know, I mean, you know, you could dress it up, dress it down, whatever you want to do. You could modify the size of the foot here. I used a 6-inch base here, but you could make it 4, 8, 12, whatever you want, and extend it out farther to accommodate larger vehicles or something. But anywho, there it is. I hope this gives you an idea, and stand by for a couple of others that I've made this weekend. Thank you.